Hello everyone, my name is Ken Burke. I am Christopher's older brother and a fellow Eagle Scout of Troop 1 Kingston. I'd like to express my sincerest congratulations, recognizing my brother Chris, my cousin Nick, and Jonathan Massey for their accomplishments in attaining the rank of Eagle Scout, and to welcome them to the Brotherhood. About 5 years ago, I was standing where you three are standing now. I remember it as though it were yesterday. Reflecting on the work I had done, my Eagle project, the leadership opportunities in which I had engaged myself, and being surrounded by friends and family, it felt pretty good in the moment to be recognized for all of that. But what I didn't realize until much later was that to the adult leaders in the troop, and especially my parents, the ceremony was symbolic, a culmination of my journey through scouting and in becoming a young man. While I regret not being present at the ceremony in person, I now understand what my parents must have felt and share this deep sense of pride in my younger brother. Soon after I attained the rank of Eagle, I moved away to Georgia for college, and in spite of my sincerest efforts, inevitably the distance meant that I could not be engaged in the daily lives of both my family and the members of the troop as much as I had once been. Such is the story of many boys in scouting as they grow into young men. However, this distance afforded me an opportunity for which I am very thankful. Every time I returned home, I was continually impressed with how much my brother had grown, with how he continued to take responsibility for his life. And over the last 5 years, I have seen Christopher mature immensely, both as a result of and in response to his involvement in scouting. Though, truth be told, we have had our differences and our own struggles, it should not be surprising to hear that these are not typically the kinds of conversations a 19-year-old has with his brother while home on spring break from college. I've never taken the time to tell him this explicitly, and I think now is a better time than ever. Chris, I am so incredibly proud of you. I'm proud to call you my brother, both as family and as a fellow Eagle. After how far you've come in the last few years, seeing everything you've been through and how you've been able to rise above it, I'm not exaggerating when I say that I really do admire you. And I really can't think of someone that's more worthy of this kind of recognition. To all three of you, allow me to offer a piece of wisdom that I may have as a fully grown man an entire half-decade ahead of where you are now. You may not know where your life will lead you, what kind of career you will pursue, who you will meet, or even where you will live. Life will confuse you, it will surprise you, and if you're doing it right, it'll probably be pretty difficult too. And when times get tough, and you have to make a decision or take responsibility for your actions, my advice would be to consider the lessons you've learned in scouting. Consider if your actions would make you more or less trustworthy or helpful. Consider if your lifestyle is keeping you physically strong and mentally awake. Consider if your behavior in school and at your workplace is both brave and courteous. In the 5 years since I attained the rank of Eagle and have begun my career, the oath and the points of the Scout Law have become more, not less important, especially in maintaining an honest life of integrity and dutiful citizenship. And perhaps, most importantly, I will echo what I'm sure others have told you, what I remember rather clearly Mr. Ross told me, and probably still tells folk, if he is anything like I remember him. Becoming an Eagle does not mean you've graduated from scouting, any more than obtaining a driver's license means you've graduated from driving. Instead, it is meant as an acknowledgement of your character. Becoming an Eagle does not mean that you will not make mistakes. Even the most well-intentioned people can and do regularly make mistakes and are worthy of forgiveness. This includes yourself. You will stray from the ideals and purpose of the Scout Law and Oath. Becoming an Eagle means that you understand the difference. You can recognize when you have strayed from the path, and you can try to correct it. In my opinion, this is where the saying, once an Eagle, always an Eagle, comes from. You will carry the lessons you have learned in scouting with you for the rest of your life, and you will be better men for it. I know because I can already see that this is the case. Congratulations, guys. Enjoy the rest of the ceremony. Cherish the presence and support of your friends and family, and welcome to the Brotherhood.